Okay, so we've officially reached the end of our trip. We leave on Tuesday and it's Sunday night now. So over this month that we've been here, my views of leadership have changed a lot. Just to start off, I think what I really focused on this trip was my areas of weakness and focusing on how I could improve those. So just to start, I think what really surprised me is how much the authoritarian leadership style kind of related to me, and so I really want to become a better democratic leader, and I think that's just an area where I really need to improve upon, and it really I was able to see it a lot on this trip. So with that, I want to be like less demanding, or like being able to like kind of tell people what to do when I need to, but also not to be like demanding or bossy about it. Just letting them know that that's what they need to get done. Also being like more empathetic and understanding. I'm typically a pretty strict, like no excuse kind of person when I'm in leadership positions, and so I really want to work on that. And also being more encouraging. Like I tell people like, you did a really good job, but not in a very meaningful way. So I think that would also make me a better leader from that aspect. One of the learning moments I had this trip was when I took the Strengths Quest test and realized I only had executing and strategic thinking traits as my top strengths. I really didn't have any relationship building strengths up there like I used to about a year ago when I took the test before. And so it was a really good opportunity for me to see that those are the areas in which I need to improve, because if I can't build relationships, I'm obviously not going to have the best leader-follower relationship that I could have. So with that, I think I've also learned the importance of being open and welcoming to everybody in just different situations. Not only having the agentic traits, but also being communal, and it's more than just being nice, like not just being nice and polite to people, but going out of your way to care about them and ask them how they are and what's going on in their life. And that's something I really want to look forward to. I really want to put like the followers first, being able to focus on them first to figure out what I need to do as a leader. And then lastly, I think towards the end of this trip, I really learned, really set with me that I need to combine a lot of different leadership styles to come up with the best result. For example, I worked with a lot of people who were very different than me this trip, and I learned that I work best with some people who are in different majors, have different personalities, and I really feel like, especially with me having all those like authoritarian leadership traits, it would be in my best interest to work with a more democratic leader so that we could kind of balance each other out. So I think another learning moment for me was just getting to know everybody. I didn't realize that we were all kind of completely different. It was really cool. Everyone, I feel like, brought something special and different to the group, which was really a great experience, and I didn't really know how different you could be, but how much of a leader you could be. Even though we're all different, you know, it kind of is set in me sometimes that there's like one best leadership style like for everything you do, but that's really not true at all. And so I think going through all the leadership theories that we did, there was like 20 of them, and I liked like little bits and pieces out of every one of them, and I think through the combination of all that and the activity that we did on Friday we kind of combined in small groups, we combined all of our favorite like theories we'd learned to create a new theory, and I feel like that really helped me realize like that everyone thinks different things are important, and that can just give you the best result in the end. And then also, I think I just became more self-aware this trip. I was in a group for one of our projects where I had a very controlling group, so I had a person or two in the group who really thought their ideas were the best, and they just wanted those to be implemented, but it kind of worried me. So I don't like being told what to do. Most of you know that. And so when they kind of took over and really were in control, I had kind of an eye-opening experience because I realized I think I'm that person in some of my other classes, like not on this trip because everyone here is kind of leaders, but back at school, like in my psych classes or my sociology classes, I really feel like I can be that controlling person, and that's not who I want to be. I don't want to be that kind of leader. So it's really eye-opening for me because I think now I'll be able to recognize it more when I am being that controlling person. So in the future, obviously now I'm more self-aware and more socially aware, and I know what to kind of keep an eye out for when I'm in leadership positions. So coming into this summer, I'm going to be a mentor for multicultural students, and that'll continue into the fall. I'm also going to be leading a connection group through Salt Company at Cornerstone Church, and I think the things I want to focus on to improve my leadership abilities are really being more caring and inclusive. I know that it'll be kind of easier in these positions to work those things into whatever I'm doing, just because it is such a one-on-one relationship kind of thing. But I know, being inclusive and just empathetic have been struggles for me in the past when I'm in leadership positions. And so I really just want to focus on setting short-term goals for myself so that I can improve my leadership abilities in the future. I think this summer I'm only required to meet with my mentees twice a month, and so I really want to push that, though. I want to take this mentoring program to the next level. I want to meet with them once a week. I want to be emailing them at least twice a week just to make sure everything's okay, see what I can do for them, and really just get the most out of it for both me and my mentees. I think additionally, with setting goals, I want to seek constant feedback. Sometimes I don't take constructive feedback very well, and but when I do, when I hear that feedback, that's when I learn the most. And that's when I really improve and realize that things need to change. And so I think seeking that constant input from my bosses at MSA, the staff at Cornerstone, and also just people I look up to, just seeing what they think and making sure I'm kind of on the right track. So I think those things are going to lead me overall to just be more aware, be a better leader. So that is what I'm going to do in the future. Overall, it's just been a really eye-opening, great experience. So thank you, Cameron, for setting this all up, and I will see you guys back in the States.